I'm back. Okay, it's been pretty while, like a good long time. It's been a long time. Long time no see. Okay, getting straight to it. Here's an update, and bear with me because my mind is literally everywhere. And I'm about to take my meds in about an hour. So bear with me because this is raw, unedited, uncut, the authentic me. And if you guys know me, you guys know I'm full of everywhere in my brain, and my brain goes 100 million different miles an hour. That's just me. So, and I've been, yeah. So, update. If you guys haven't stuck updated with me on TikTok, which I got to do a live soon, you guys can do update with me now. So, bear with me, guys. Update. Last time I talked to you guys was, I believe, the whole thing giving the update on my little off the grid, the aftermath off the grid. And if you haven't seen it, you guys should honestly see that first then before seeing this episode. But if not, by all means, I don't give a crap. Up to you. You can be lost as much as I am, because I'm always lost anyways. Anyways, I'm gonna say that like a lot. Okay, this is just me. So, update. Since obviously doing everything, for those who don't know, during that off the grid time, I got into a relationship. And I got into it pretty fast, pretty suddenly, and pretty shockingly. And if you know me, a lot of you guys that do know me have already been like, what the hell? Like, that's not like you. This, that, blah, blah, blah. I got into a relationship pretty fast. I think in my opinion, I got into it at the wrong time. With saying that, I got into it especially on the wrong day. And I already said I will not celebrate that day for a relationship ever. I said it since that day. And it is what it is. Update, so that happens, and as soon as you get in one, you leave it. With that being said, I am currently technically single. Now, the way that happened was it wasn't going the right way. It wasn't going as planned to be. It was turning into less and less sounding like Christ-centered as I wanted it to be. As I said it was going to work out to be. If it works out, this is the way it's going to work out. I think there was a lot of arguing, and I think also too there was like a lot of, we didn't get to really have enough time to get to know each other, and we argued. There was like a lot of confusion involved, hence not getting to know each other. There was like a lot of confusion, and to me that wasn't right, and it wasn't, like of God, because shouldn't be confused like that. And I think like I got into it a little wrong and suddenly, instead of like, and I like to put this as vague as I probably can, but yet still being open, because this should be raw and authentic. But I also do like respect other people's privacies and certain things, so I don't really mention like who, what, where, when, why, and how type thing, as much as I possibly can. So I always look up at something I have to like help give me a little bit more peace, in a sense. And kind of like bring me back down to planet Earth. So I moved into a relationship fast. I didn't really get a chance to get to know somebody before getting into one. And I think I kind of acted very impulsively because I said yes to being a girlfriend before being like, slow down, let's get to know each other, you know. And I did make it clear of my wants and my goals and values on certain things. And even before, I mean, all you guys know, first priority, dogs, grandpa. Like, here on earth, that's my first priority. Of course, God, number one, but you know, on earth. And I guess getting to know me, I do come with a lot of baggage. One being my mental little state of mind, being a loca. Although I'm not really crazy. If y'all say I'm crazy, then there you go. That's what you guys want. Anyways, I'm trying to keep my thoughts together because my thoughts will go away, which I think they're starting to already. No! Okay, so I think because I lost my train of thought. This is raw and authentic, guys. Don't come at me for this. This is raw and authentic, unedited, just my brain. This is like if you guys were having a conversation with me. This is just what would happen. Yeah, I think it's like, you know, me being like with a lot of baggage. That's where I was at. A lot of baggage, me being like a little crazy. You guys would have to like deal with that. And then like also dealing with the fact that I do have my priorities set, and that's just the way my life is. And you have to realize those are first priorities, and this is, I have my life a certain way, and you kind of just have to kind of fall in with it. Also too, I like to say that I got some nice told stuff, which is basically you should be, while you're single, you should be like chasing after Jesus, and if somebody can keep up, say hi, like introduce yourself, but if they can't keep up, let them fall back, and that's okay. And I've always tried starting to live by that. And so I have like, obviously I have my set things, and it's like you got to keep up with things, and you got to realize my dogs come first, my grandpa comes first, God comes first. Like those things I have priority in, and you're after that. So that's just, you know, I come with a lot of baggage. And when I come with also baggage too with my dogs, I come with as like if I'm, you know, like you're dating somebody with a kid that also has a baby daddy. And that's just what it is. And I think that was also a big thing. And I think too, knowing how close I am and connected with him, I'm close and connected. Like I'm close with his family. I'm close and connected with anything like that. It's more of they ain't going nowhere. Like nothing is going anywhere. My friends aren't going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Like, I'm sorry, it's just what it is. And I think getting to know me too is something like stuff like that should be asked. And I honestly think, and a lot of people can disagree with me on this, is I think you should get to know your person and on their past as well. Like you should get to know their past. Yes, they're not living there anymore, but you should get to know them to kind of understand them, because everyone's past, whether we like it or not, makes us who we are today. And yes, those are questions that we don't like talking about. Those are conversations that, you know, it's the hard conversations. And honestly, I believe that if you're getting to know someone, you should ask all those hard conversations, whether you like it or not, because if you're planning on spending the rest of your life with somebody, that's what you should conversate about. And I think, like, even if you don't, like, why are you going to waste your time and not have those conversations? Because you could see each other's, like, goals, values, you know, like, stuff like that. So I know I have a lot of baggage. I get it. It's just what it is. I think that, and, like, the downfall also was, like, fighting a lot in the relationship. Like, we started arguing a lot. And I'm so also used to, I think my faults are as well, is I'm so accustomed to a certain way in my life that it's different for me seeing something different. And being out of a relationship and then being single and then getting into something new is kind of like it's a little bumpy in the road. But I think so far I also now, if you would have met me before, I would have been like a very big time, I'm trying not to cuss a lot too, big time bitch. And honestly, spelling it out is just as bad as cussing. Actually saying it, honestly, I feel like that. But I'm going to try to not to actually cuss. And I think, obviously, if I would have been the way I was before, it would have been different. And it got really not good with arguing, to the point where I had to, and this sounds horrible and y'all can judge me for it, and honestly, I don't give a rat's booty, because honestly, the only one I'm worried about for judging me is God, and that's the main thing. Like, everyone else, like, who cares? I'm freaking crazy, so you guys already know it. Nothing surprises you guys anyways. So it's just me, and honestly, I don't regret it. You live and you learn, and honestly, I probably would do it again. But what I would like, tell you guys what it is. I asked my ex for advice on that because I was losing my mind, and originally my ex had called me for the dogs. Originally. But being in the type of the relationship we had, keep in mind, I was basically like, I considered myself married to the dude. Like, what do you expect from me? So, with that being said, I did go ahead and yes, I did ask for advice. And I actually got pretty good advice. We caught up on a lot of things, and he gave me some advice, and I think the thing I hate this about me, and I just hate it, and if I could have it differently, I would. Every time I talk to my ex, and the reason why I can say this is because I already know damn well, dude ain't gonna watch my podcast. Every time I talk to my ex, I always end up crying. It never fails. And even when I don't want to, it just happens. Like, it always wants to come out. And I cry because I think I've gotten so used to, like, feeling like at peace, and although like we're not together anymore, and although like I shouldn't get my peace from him, I still manage to, and it's like I get peace and clarity, and I know he will give me advice, the best advice in my best interest that he can give me, whether it benefits him or not. He still does, and I know because he loves me, and like I love him too. Like, you know, like there's no hate. Like, we're civil, we're very respectful. We had a respectful conversation because he has his person, I obviously had mine, and it's nothing like, you know, nothing disrespectful. And like both our people know that we co-parent for the dogs. So, I asked for advice, and of course, I cry. Every time I talk to him, I cry. But it's also like feeling like peace and clarity, and I always feel like I'm a little girl. Like, safe and secure. Like, just, like, a little girl. Like, there's an umbrella, and I'm, like, getting protected from the rain. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. I hate having to feel like that. And it's nothing bad. It's just, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell. Anyways, that's just what it is. I feel like I learned to accept it, and I just try to be like, look, let's just try to keep it very chill as possible, and I don't like to make a big scene of it, of me crying. Although he's seen a lot of my craziness, and he's seen like the worst, so I don't care about being like, I'm not like embarrassed to do that in front of him. I'm not embarrassed of any of that. Like, that dude's been through a lot of toxic crap with me. I had to put up with me a lot. So, ain't nothing new. But I think now, knowing the different circumstances, like, we're not together anymore. We obviously are in different relationships and stuff. I did get advice. I got advice, and he gave me advice not only that would help me out, but also, like, let me give him, not my ex, but give me, like, my new person the respect of being honest and being, like, fair to him and as well as me, and just had me basically decide whatever I decide this is how the outcome, and this is what it should be for both of us. And it was like good advice, honestly. Good advice. Like, I hate how I get the good advice, but I do. I actually kind of like it too. Like, I hate it, but I like it. I like it because it's like, you're not doing it for your own benefit. You're doing it to help me, and because you still love and care for me. Likewise. But technically now this is the update. Technically now I am single. I'm taking things very, very, like, slow and treading lightly with my life. And we'll see what happens, because I swear everything, it always changes, and it, like, I really should have a reality show, because there's always something, and it's not like, and it's a bad thing and all the time, but, like, there's always something going on. And it's not like it's something bad, because sometimes things are going on and it's something for good. It's like, I got something going on in church or whatever the case is, or school or work. Yeah. So that's the update on that. Also, another update is, you guys got it. I know I'm going to do a review, possibly. Maybe not, actually, now after I'm already saying it. You guys got to go see Now You See Me, Now You Don't, because that movie was dope. I liked the franchise things of that, and so, of course, I liked this. I think it was like, oh my god! That's just me. And, sorry, that's just me. Anyways, so, that's that advice on the the update on the relationship. Also, another update is school's been going good. It's been, like, honestly, it's kind of hard because I feel like I was slacking it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I feel like I was slacking it. I feel like just everything. I feel everything. And what's funny is also another update is, so I am on week 5 of my medication. Y'all don't need to know what my medication's for. That's for me to know and for you to never find, or you might find out. Who knows? I'll see it. For me to know and for you to never find out. That's something I used to always say years ago. That's for me to know and for you to not find out. For me to know and then you to find out. Just depends on the thing. I know I'm being extra. That part stuck with me. Being extra. Anyways, that's just me. Okay, I already said this is going to be raw, authentic, uncut, unedited. Just me. And this is just the way my brain works, and this is what would happen if you guys were talking to me anyway, so who cares? Anyways, school's been going good. Been taking my medication. So far, I just feel like a robot. I feel like no matter what I feel, like if I'm feeling happy, sad, angry, love, whatever the case is, I feel like I can't feel it to the full extent. The only time I feel it to the full extent that I did is when I cried. Don't judge me. That's just me. That's the only time I felt it to the full extent. So that was that on the medication. Update on the... You guys don't really need a dog's update because that's none of you guys is concerned. All you guys got to know is they're good, and they're still good with me and their dad, and that's all that matters. And oh my God, I was going to say, I forgot to say, so I took my grandpa into the office at where he lives, and because no, my grandpa does not live with me, although like we might be getting close to that time to where he's gonna live with me, but it just depends, because me and him have like a nice special bond that's like we either argue or we're laughing together or we're picking on each other, and because my grandpa is a jerk, yeah, that's just my grandpa. He's like my best friend. But we were there, and because my grandpa's lived there for so long, we went and like instead of walking out, like I turned and I just looked, and then I saw like everything, and of course I had to get on the piano and play, and because that's what we used to do when we were kids, me and my sisters, and I saw things and I was like, oh, I remember when we would ride our bikes out there and all this. I felt like a little kid again, and I loved it. And I know I probably still live in the past, like you guys say, but I do, and that's just who I am. And honestly, it makes me reminisce, and it makes me like, whether it brings sorrow or joy, and not you, joy, but whether it brings me happiness, I'll say that. I don't know. I like to reminisce over the past and see where I was at back then to where I am now, and all the stuff I, overcame and stuff. That's that. Oh my God. So I finally seen this has been in my head since Thanksgiving. I finally seen my nephew, one of my nephews, because I see my other one all the time, and he's like my little piece of crap that I like to pick on, just because he's a pain in my butt, and it's mainly his mom's fault. Anyways, it really is. I would blame her more than I'll blame him, because he's just a kid. But I seen my nephew from my other sister, and I was tripping out, and it's been on my head, and I know I probably shouldn't have it in my head so stuck in there and dwelling, but it is. And to me, I see it as a good thing and a bad thing, and I think not really necessarily a bad thing. Let me rephrase myself, not really necessarily a bad thing, but I trip out seeing him. I trip out a lot, and if you know me, you know why I trip out. I think I've only seen him before then. I had probably only seen him twice. Mind you, I haven't talked to my sister in a year. No hate or anything, no thing. I just haven't really talked. yeah, that's a nice update for you guys on that. I have to do some schoolwork before I have to go to bed because it's getting kind of late because I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning, and I need to leave my house by like 5:15 to be honest, because we have a test tomorrow and I took nachos and I'm gonna do like make nachos there for them. So I'm gonna probably go to bed. If you guys want, I can try to do a video. You guys just honestly, I don't really have topics right now. I just give you guys updates as of right now, just for now, the time being, just because I'm waiting and I'm going to be getting these suckers soon, the furniture, and I'm going to be getting it soon, and when I do, I will have my first guest on. I need to ask, and I'm not telling you guys who my first guest is going to be, no matter how much you guys want to ask me who it is. I'm not telling you guys, and I have to ask and see if they'll be on the show, and if they don't want to, I can respect it and stuff like that. This is, yeah, I'm going to be probably not on for a long time. Not for a long time, but I'm not going to be on consistently as crazy right now just because I have school. I don't have to like really worry about like, you know, having to be a girlfriend right now. I have a lot on my plate. I have school, the dogs, my grandpa, work, church, and yeah, I'm staying very, very, very productive. So, until next time, otherwise, I'd be making some TikToks too, you guys. You guys can, see my TikToks and, enjoy watching them, because sometimes I do be bored, and sometimes, you know, but I do have to do some homework, so I'm not going to be bored doing TikToks. Sometimes I go on TikTok live. I don't know the next time I'll go on TikTok live, and I know people keep bugging me about it, like these random people, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. I will try to get on TikTok live when I can, because I have a lot of stuff to do. And I will try to make some more TikTok videos soon. TikTok! Yeah. But I have to get ready to do some homework and then take my medicine soon. And then I guess go to bed. And I kind of don't want to go to bed, but I know I need to. So I need to do everything. And I keep repeating myself. And honestly, I just got to go because I need to get this stuff done. So you guys have a good one. And until the next time, because I don't know when the next time will be, bear with me. I will try to find a topic to give you guys, if you guys want to at least help me out and giving me a suggestion on the TikTok. Not TikTok, YouTube. Damn, you guys have too many of this crap. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I'm a baby, so I don't know why I'm having a hard time with that. All right. Till next time, deuces, and not like the Chris Brown deuces. I'm talking about deuces like peace, because I don't listen to worldly music anymore, but I like listening to Chris Brown, and I can't, because I gave up worldly music. 10 weeks sober, guys. At this point, I'm 10 weeks sober. In a couple days, well, like in like 3 days or so, 4 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's Wednesday night right now. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So in 3 days, I will be 11 weeks sober, guys. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, until next time. Peace.